Bonsoir. Welcome to another episode of Cuisine Michelle. I'm Michelle. So tonight I'm going to be making some cookies that I have made before. And I apologize that this is another later post, not as late as last night, but I was making a recipe earlier that we intended to get up by now, but we ran into some technical issues with that, which I will explain in tomorrow's episode, hopefully with that one. Anyway, for tonight, number 19 is going to be chocolate candy cane crunch cookies. First thing you're going to need here is a stick of unsalted butter. You'll also need regular sugar, brown sugar, peppermint extract, eggs, vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, unsweetened cocoa powder, baking soda, kosher salt, mini chocolate chips, the semi-sweet kind, and you can either buy the regular already crushed up ones or you can crush up candy canes. Let's get started. I'm going to start here in the mixing bowl for the stand mixer. I've already put in the stick of butter. To that I'm going to be adding 1/2 cup of regular sugar and 1/2 cup of packed light brown sugar. And of course, we are going to be creaming these together. Next, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract, 2 eggs, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And let's beat those in. Now that I have that beaten in, I'm going to prepare my dry mixture, starting out with, this is 180 grams, which is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to be putting in 1/2 cup of the unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. And that dinging will tell us that we need to make sure we're getting our oven heated up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll also want to be lining your baking sheets with some parchment paper to be ready for that step. Back down here, let's mix this dry mixture together. It doesn't have to be perfect. We'll just kind of try to get those ingredients a little bit mixed before we put them in. I'm just going to add some to start with, get that going, and gradually mix it in. After I took the beater out, I had to kind of mix it together just a little bit more because it's such a thick dough. But now we're going to be also putting in 1 cup of the mini chocolate chips and a 1/2 cup of the crushed candy canes. It smells so chocolatey and minty. I just love it already. We'll now use our cookie scoop, and I'm going to put these on here and place them about 1 inch apart. Once I get those all on there, I'm going to put them in the oven to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. So we've just pulled these out of the oven. I went for 11 minutes just to kind of be in between the two. These need to remain on the baking sheet for 15 minutes before transferring them to a cooling rack. And here we are. Now this is technically going to be final plating, at least for the video. There'll be more on here. This is only the first batch, but I wanted to go ahead and get this going so we could get this up for everyone for today. And as I said, I remember these being really, really good. I did make them once before, but I'm still going to take a test to see just how great they are, how well I remember. And they're just perfectly minty inside. It's not overwhelming. You get a nice after effect with the mint, but it's also kind of like having a chocolate chip cookie that has a mint surprise, if you will. And they're nice and soft, at least for now. They are pretty freshly baked. I'm pretty sure they stay soft like that as well. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Again, my apologies for it being out later. We'll explain what happened with the other one tomorrow. And I hope to see you then. And I hope you'll also subscribe and share this with your friends and give it a like. And we'll see you next time. Au revoir.